mom's wine.
Clayton, you're gonna have to drive us out of here.
Whiskey.
Because I'm pretty.
This
really
is.
good
Would
whiskey.
you rather real whiskey or sake?
That's really good whiskey.
One is good for you. The other's
Yeah,
not.
It's expensive whiskey.
So we shouldn't be drinking the expensive whiskey.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, dude, we're doing a podcast. We should be drinking expensive whiskey.
No, it's good. You'll
Hey.
be fine with that one.
Pandora only comes out of the box. It doesn't go back in, bud.
What does that even mean?
Nobody knows.
But it's provocative.
I can't believe you're like you.
So if you get
teach
stupid, you
kids.
really have to
I
take
don't
a
teach
shot.
kids.
Is that the
They
rule?
didn't teach anybody.
Someone did say that earlier.
I haven't
No,
learned a
they'll
thing
lose
since
the
I
whole
got
game.
here.
Whoever loses their money first.
I think he used all the money, did he?
No, I have my money right here.
I bet you are a good coach.
I'm not.
All right, boys.
The
Hey,
video made
I
it
re-
look like you're really good.
We keep
No,
winning.
because like
welcome to the Online Conversations podcast. Welcome to the show.
On the show.
welcome to the show.
He's just gonna pour it out behind him onto the wall.
He's like you're supposed to cut
Yeah.
pour it out in the.
Hey, are we live right now, man?
No, we're not.
Oh, we're
Oh,
live.
are we?
We're going.
Yeah, you gotta take a shot live. Ooh.
From building
I
fire.
didn't.
That,
tell you
that
guys
is brutal,
you're-
huh?
you're-
Ooh.
you're
Someone get him a
security.
chaser.
That's not good, boys.
Fuck.
No?
Tell him Brittany go to ABC. They won't card her.
Dude,
Boys, that is not expensive
at the
whiskey.
wedding we were
This
drinking
is
these
very
shots that
expensive.
Ming gave us.
It probably is.
And so
Looks like it.
Lefty's like,
Holy
takes this-
$7,000 it
takes
said
this
this cost.
This
Ah.
stuff, this rice wine or whatever the fuck. it
Yeah,
is.
you're
Okay,
shitting on
you're
it.
out,
Takes
dude.
the fucking shot and he's like,
You gotta
"What the
take
fuck
it.
is wrong
Huh?
with you guys?"
So welcome to the podcast.
All right.
Hey,
Hey, welcome to the podcast, guys.
Can you even
This
see
is,
me with that bottle of whiskey?
What's our name of the podcast? Conversations
All in.
with
Online conversation.
All in Conversations.
Can we start over, Ming?
No. We're live. He don't want to edit.
Stick me.
We don't
Yeah,
make
I
Ming
don't
edit.
want-
He just did
I
this
don't want
this
color.
Vader Bronc match, and he edited the shit out of it. This is the
Come on,
best
baby.
Bronc match you guys have ever
Dude,
seen.
that sting's going down, Ming.
Yeah.
It's alright.
18 of them, I guess.
Lefty just took a shot of Jack that he thought was Sagamore Spirit Rye.
Good work. Good work.
This is All In Conversations. We're just gonna play some poker here. It's called
We're gonna go
Duke.
all in.
Duke, it's called. And we're just gonna play some poker and drink and talk
hey,
about
before
shit.
you play this hand, I seriously have a question I've been wanting to ask.
We got it. Seriously.
Yeah, I heard about this beforehand. Yeah.
You did say this earlier.
Hey, I got a question too. After
Okay,
this.
everyone's got a
What?
question.
When you woke up this morning, you got out of bed, and
Reed's like,
you
so far this is true, yes.
you put this shirt on today. This
Dude,
long
I've been
shirt.
picking up
No,
all the
whoa,
moms
whoa,
and
whoa,
grandmas
let
with
me-
this
let
shirt,
me-
by the
let
way.
me-
Your mom actually complimented me on this shirt.
Your
Let's talk about who's
Sherry
doing
is a
what
beautiful
now.
lady.
And Sherry, this is a beautiful
Not
shirt
yet,
by
just wait until
Sherry.
it's on
Anyway.
YouTube.
Yeah.
You put that shirt on, look in the
Okay, hang on.
mirror. You put that shirt on this morning,
I'm not
looked
gonna
at
lie,
yourself
dude.
in the mirror and said, you know what? I look good today.
I'm not gonna.
And now you put this pink cutoff shirt on, and you said I look good today.
He also
If we're
put
gonna
on-
talk
he also
about
put on
shirts,
his pink Air Jordan.
You got pink Air Jordans. We
No,
don't
I
even
don't.
know.
I don't
He
got
kicked
them
them
on.
off.
Alright, I
He
got a
kicked
budget
them off
here,
for the
so I've been wanting-
podcast.
Hey guys, remember,
You got two
remember,
collared
if you guys
shirts
gonna say
on.
that, you guys gotta be
Okay.
descriptive because there's some people who are just listening. They're not seeing.
Oh, okay. For our blind viewers.
Hey, are we
I'm
rolling
talking-
now,
Our
man?
blind
Yeah,
viewers.
so I'm talking to Riggs. Riggs, look at this pink shirt on right now.
Yeah. Riggin Smith.
Should we just
got this-
restart, Ming?
No, we're doing good. He don't
That's
don't
all
make
you
the
do.
guy
Just
edit
let it
more than he's
Just
got
let it
to.
go.
I will say it's
Yeah.
kind of a neat baby blue paisley shirt. Yeah, I would wear that shirt if I was going to Vegas for the evening.
Hey, that's where I feel like I am right now. You know?
You are at a poker
So,
table.
I-
Get back to the subject.
Alright.
You need to bet. So we
Hey,
can play.
we're gonna bet $1. Okay. We're gonna bet $1 for the mismatched clothes that Riggin's wearing right now. He's got blue and pink on for whatever reason. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl. We don't know
Would
yet.
you like a car?
I would
Alright,
like.
so when are we going to
actually
talk about this?
not
I've been
like a
wanting to
car.
ask all
You wanna
night.
stay?
Let's
I've
hear
been
it.
wanting to ask all night. I
Let's
heard a little
ask it.
rumor that Riggin ran out of gas last night.
No,
that was
today.
today.
That was today.
Oh yeah.
So
And by the way,
explain-
Uhuru, he
explain
owes you a
that.
can of gas. It's
Yeah.
probably about,
It's a gallon.
I don't know, a quart.
Did you
Yeah.
steal
It's a
from,
gallon.
from
Yeah,
me?
Yeah,
I
he
did
did.
because I got a call from his girlfriend, and she goes, Hey, she's got a Texas accent. She's only been there for 2 months. Hey, man, come over here and pick me up. I'm selling solar and we ran out of gas. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, why do you call me? There's a ton of people in Fresno. Why do you call me? I'm
First
like, what's your
off-
boyfriend doing? She's like, oh, he's over here. We broke down. I'm like, how do you wait that long? When I get to a quarter tank, I'm like, finding AM, PM near me. And so
That
ran
must
a
have been why
gas
Brittany
tank.
called me today too.
Yeah,
'cause
she called you. You didn't
me
answer.
today.
Obvious, it's a
Yeah.
natural lefty move. Just don't answer the phone
Just
because
don't answer.
we're a pimp. We got 2 collared shirts on.
Yeah.
Let's not answer the phone. And dropped some gas off to him. And then I said, "Hey guy, how do you run out of gas?" And Riggin glared at her like, "What the freak? Did you tell anyone that?"
No,
All right.
that's not
So,
why.
so
I
to our
Gonna
listeners
speak about
out
it.
there,
Yeah.
Riggin Smith, 2020 Resistol Rookie of the Year, and he's also a
2019 Collegiate
yeah.
National
National
Finals.
finals.
He's kind of a lot of talent. Well, he sells solar panels and UberEats on the weekend.
I fucking will. I will.
And he ran out of fuel today. He's
No,
kind of a
that wasn't
disaster.
me,
He's from Iowa.
Hometown of
Lives
John
in Fresno, California now.
Well, I'll tell you what it was. He's from the Iowa gas prices. He came over here and he's like, I refuse. This
Yeah.
car is gonna run on smiles. I am not paying that for fuel.
No, so last night we was doing Uber Eats, and last night like I was driving home, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, I don't want to fill it up right now." You know, I was like, "I'll do it in the morning." You know, right when I wake up. Well, shit, Brittany decides to be an early riser today.
Just looks at
Just
the E and
pops
says,
up
Yeah.
and just ready to do whatever. So she goes out
Ready
like
to do Uber breakfast.
yeah, Uber breakfast.
Yeah.
Like 7:30 in the morning, she bails up out of deal and just takes off. Well, fuck, I wake up 8:15 and I realize she's gone, and I'm like,
I'm staying, by the way.
shit.
You're gonna stay.
Yeah.
I'm also gonna stay. What do you got?
What do I have?
19.
19, the other one.
Yeah, carry on, Riggin.
I win $1.
So I was like, shit, dude. You know, I don't know what's gonna happen. So I called her and I was like, you know,
You
well,
know exactly what's gonna happen.
maybe that like we'll get to another one. Well, this is where I got a little mad at Brittany today. I got in the vehicle and she's like, hey, I got an Uber Eats. I was like, we gotta get gas like right now. She's like, no, I got an Uber Eats. It's only 3 miles out of the way. And I was just like, shit, maybe we can make it 3 miles.
Yeah.
So
How pissed
Wait.
were your customers
Oh,
at
dude.
you?
No, we delivered it. We delivered it.
That's worth the horn?
But we delivered it, and then like when we pulled away, we went to like make a U-turn.
Right.
Car died, and I was just like,
Oh, you're out of gas. But
I was sitting there eating a burrito, and I
Eating
was
the
like,
Uber Eats? He's eating people's food?
oh, bro, that's only fries. You might
That's
get
only
you might get half a Coke. You never know.
Ask for 2 straws. Hey?
Yeah.
Ask for 2 straws. Just drink a quarter each. Their Dr Pepper and their
No,
Mountain Dew.
Brittany actually
what-
does get mad at me like when we'll go to like a fast food place.
You're for
So
sure
I'm-
getting fired.
I'm
off Uber Eats
I'm
on
legitimately
those.
wondering, like, how does that deal work? Like, it's like an app, and then
Yeah, it's like an app to where like you have to go through like a background check and shit to like do it. Like you have to be a genuine like decent person to do it.
okay.
That's why I'm
And
in.
you're out here
Can you
stealing
genuinely
Cokes.
take that shot soggy now?
Yeah, go ahead. That's you.
Good night.
So then you just show up to the restaurant. You don't order it from them. They order it already.
No, yeah, they order it online.
And then you just roll in wherever it
Mhm.
may be. McDonald's and stuff do that.
yeah, because like you go into McDonald's or anything nowadays, they got like 6 bags on the counter just waiting for somebody.
Well, like,
yeah.
but like we don't just like walk up and like say like, oh, that's my bag. Like some places like Starbucks, you do that. Like they'll write their name on it or whatever. But like a lot of times, like me and Brittany are doing it at night. So, like the dining rooms are closed. We have to go through the drive-through. We just have to like tell them that like, hey, I'm here to pick it up for John.
And that's all. Or do you have like
So yeah, there's a code too.
Oh.
Sometimes they'll ask for a code if there's like, but like sometimes if you say I'm here for Uber Eats, there's only one order of
Right.
Uber Eats.
So a guy could get lucky,
Should we
just
start,
drive
should we
through.
start
a friggin-
ordering Uber Eats right now and see if Birdie pulls up?
Yeah, tell her to get some beer.
Well-
that'd be awesome.
Wait, she can't do that because you have to put your ID in there to make sure you're 21.
That's
Oh.
instant.
I can do that.
I
But
would
she
be on
can't.
Uber Eats one time.
Yeah, you can. That's a thing.
Hey guys, you guys do 100,000 likes, we will go on Uber Eats, all of us, or actually better yet, Uber but with a camera.
What's that?
I don't know.
Okay, 10,000 likes. Lefty doesn't understand her following. 10,000
You want to bet
likes.
some dollars?
Oh yeah.
We'll do whatever he was talking about.
How about this? 100,000 likes, we'll pepper spray Riggin and Reed with pepper spray at the same time.
I'm down. I'm so down.
I would do that. I would do
100,000 likes.
And
Like, do I have to have
find
my
our way
eyes open
We have to
though?
find our way to the bathroom also. You gotta get pepper sprayed in the eyes, find your way to
First
the
one
bathroom.
to the bathroom.
If you
Yeah.
don't, you gotta drink the rest of the rice wine.
I
You get 100,000 likes? Shoot, that'll earn us about a couple
You want
dollars
to
right
stay or
there.
go?
I'm staying.
You're gonna stay.
I want to make a business out of that rice wine.
Well, yeah.
That's
Hey.
23.
Well, I'm making a business playing whatever this Tuco game is. Any money.
Tuco.
Speaking of Tuco, some of them
Dude.
tacos sound pretty good right about now.
Oh, did you want
Well,
one?
you got a bunch of Tuco bells, so you should.
You want me to get you
We
some?
could bring in a box.
Seriously,
No.
deadass.
I'm good right now. Here in a bit.
I'm kind of hungry.
Damn, we're greasy.
What you got there? You got a bet though.
I do?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you
Oh, you're
do.
going against me.
Yeah,
Sure am.
hasn't changed yet.
Alright, so
$2 for the boy.
let's talk about the Bronc match since you guys are.
And how about the Bronc? Do you want a
Are
card?
we gonna play it, or are we just gonna talk about what we see?
Yeah, I'm playing.
Do you want a card?
No one's gonna
No,
see
yeah, I
it.
need one.
It's exclusive.
So we
I'm good
had
there.
we had Rod Hay. We had a lot of helpers there, but Rod Hay was a big exclusive
I'm also
part
gonna
for
stay.
me because I've never met him.
You got
I've heard
18?
so much about him,
Yeah, I got
seen a lot of his videos.
You got 20? I got
but
22.
I've never met him in person, and Devin Hay, Dawson and Logan's little brother, he was also there, and that was a pretty cool deal for us. So to hear from Rod that this was the most improved, just the best first go of a Bronc school that he's ever seen, and this guy's been in the bar 20 times. Just to hear him say that was pretty special to us. You know, we had Cooper, he was a 3-time veteran to our deal. We had Mason. he-
3-time veteran.
Yeah, he's been 3 times.
Veteran.
Yeah.
Dude, 16 years old. We got this veteran here.
Well, he's been to it 3 times. This guy might as well just build a house outside
no.
the freaking arena.
He texted me this week, actually. It's pretty cool. He said he wants to fly out here and spend a week out here just hanging out.
Well,
He wants to hang out with you.
it's Fresno.
Yeah.
Not much to do in Fresno.
I like that kid.
Unless you got a shortage of gas, there's not much to do in Fresno. What do we got? Damn.
But see, like, you got mad at me because I wasn't, like, talking to you guys. Like,
I know. Well, you called me.
I
Asking
called you,
for
but I
body
needed
work.
something.
But yeah, and that too.
Yeah, that's
Looking
You
for
know,
a
I'm gonna
mechanic.
take
yeah,
one.
that's what messed
You're
up.
gonna take
I didn't even know you were in this
shit.
country.
Yeah.
Oh well, I heard about it.
You want all the bet.
Yeah. Well, I lost all my money earlier.
Well, first off, like, Clayton, Dorth,
I'm gonna
and
stay with
Lefty.
that.
Okay.
I don't need to be around that.
No, you don't.
No.
That's
No, you
23,
don't.
bud.
You know what you need to do? Just go ahead and get your NRA membership all filled out.
I win
And
$2.
we'll sign right
I
back
won
up.
$1.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah. Well, all 3 of you guys really. Everybody here still got your eligibility.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be able to rodeo for the first semester.
Yeah, you would.
Can't pass a drug test.
No, not that. So like the last year I went, like when they said that they were gonna have college finals, I just quit, just going, just left.
Oh, so you're ineligible.
Yeah,
That,
like I bet my GPA's like 1 point something now.
1.1.
Because for a whole semester, I had a 0% there.
And that's hard to achieve. You gotta try pretty hard to achieve that.
You got
Well, when they told us they were gonna have college finals, I was like, well, I don't even want to be here anyway. Like, I'm only coming here for Brett, like to help Brett out.
How was Brett to I mean,
As
that
a
guy.
coach,
Yeah,
dude, unbelievable.
yeah, that guy seems like a
I don't even know if this
badass.
thing
Like that guy's.
That guy knows more about Bronc. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he's what 4'10",
Yeah.
wears Harry Potter glasses. Like, you look at him, you're like, first time I ever met him was at the Edbauer school, and I thought he was a bull rider. Because I was like, dude, this guy's so short and just looks like a dipshit.
That was a Bronc.
You gonna get a taco?
again back
Yeah, you
then.
Oh,
saying
man.
riders look like dipshits?
Yeah.
No, he
I
just
don't
looked
feel
like
I'm
one. He
I don't
just
feel like you look like one either.
no.
Thanks, you. Should have been.
Alright guys, I'm gonna help you guys make this so it doesn't look like it's a rambling. One person talks and tries to lead a story, and then the next person
Yeah.
talks and talks.
I feel like we should
Honestly,
be
sounds-
focusing more
sounds
on
like-
the
it's
story
gonna
rather
sound
than
like-
the game.
It's just gonna sound like crowd noise. Alright, so
That's what it sounds like, yeah. What it feels like.
Sorry, are we on pause right now?
no, we're gonna put this all. They're gonna hear me. They're gonna see me educating you guys too. Alright, so
They're gonna see,
so don't
take a
talk
shot.
over each other. So everyone try to be polite and just let one person talk unless you
Good thing
unless you
Dawson
feel-
isn't here.
Yeah, there you go. Shit.
Yeah, unless you really need to talk.
So are they gonna watch you take a shot of sake?
Yeah.
Right now?
Like right now?
All five of us can take.
This is
No, all
I'm
five.
down to go get some more beer.
Yeah, all
if
five of
anyone
y'all.
wants some.
All five of you guys.
Yeah,
No,
you and
I'm
I
good
are
on the shot,
co-signed
yeah,
with Fresno State, so we can't do
What's the
any
rest
of
of
the
it?
shot.
I'm married.
I'm married.
We're married to the game.
Did you guys throw it away?
The sake?
Yeah, it's gone.
Lefty hit it.
I hit it.
Very far
You'll
away.
never
I
find
think I think chow mein.
Dylan's over there sucking on it.
Okay. Alright.
Riggin,
Give me a shot
you're
of
up.
the- give me a shot of the whiskey.
What
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, give me
man.
a shot of that whiskey.
Well, that's what he's searching for.
Are you
there.
taking a shot of that?
Oh, there it is.
Just take a capful. Just a capful.
Still, I thought I gave you some at
That's
at
plenty.
the wedding.
Not me, no sir. I don't drink. But I could imagine that would be some pretty salty.
Yeah, so ours is our sober driver for
You guys want a
tonight.
good wedding? Here's a little plug for my mother-in-law's good stuff.
Hey, where's my taco at, Reed?
Get it while it's cheap.
Huh?
Where's my taco?
Dude, I'll go get you your taco.
Dude, we don't want to be crunching on camera. That's what I was thinking about.
Oh yeah,
I
maybe not, maybe
You don't
not.
want to be crunching on the,
No, it's
on
not
the
that. You
video.
flip this way. She just uses the bottle, okay?
Yeah, Salsa sucks, but her rice wine tastes amazing. It's really good.
Yeah.
So, for this podcast, just so Ming didn't set all this up for anything, let's talk about Clayton Sellers, how he got over here to California, where he's from, how he started his career.
Yeah, well, Clayton.
Let's talk
So
about
we're gonna
Clayton
ask.
Sellers.
We're gonna ask Clayton.
About
so
Clayton
the guys
Sellers,
at the table,
real quick.
no one can see. That's Lefty.
Well,
you can't tell who he is, but that's Lefty.
Okay, yeah. No talk over each other. Okay, guys? As much as you guys can. If you guys have to, if you're arguing.
Oh, we're gonna have to.
Well.
We're gonna have to definitely.
So it doesn't sound like. It's a,
I feel like we should just restart.
But it's, well,
no.
You're gonna give more
The
editing
reason,
than
why,
he
the
needs
reason
to.
why we don't restart so you guys can look back and see how silly you guys were.
Yeah.
See how stupid.
Dumb.
Yeah.
So, Clayton, tell us about, you starting out and where you're from. You started out in Florida.
Yeah, I actually started on the complete opposite side of the country. Greatest state in the country, Florida.
DeSantis town.
I grew up in Florida, went to high school, rodeo, through college. When I got to college in Snyder, Texas, and then moved to Stephenville when college was done. And then I met a pretty girl that I fell in love with, and she lived in California. So here I am living in California, and we've just got engaged about 3 weeks ago.
Who is this? Who is this girl? Is she related to anybody here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of the
Aren't you
only.
just kind of?
It's the only injustice that came with the deal is I love her very much, but she kind of has a retarded brother, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. But.
Yeah. Whatever. Grow up, honestly.
Uh,
I'm actually. I don't think I've ever heard this.
I'm pretty grown.
Yeah, you're pretty.
I'm pretty grown.
He looks grown.
I've actually been wanting to ask. I don't think anybody at this table really knows Uhuru's story. Let's hear a
Yeah,
little bit of
I
that.
actually have never,
How was
I've
it
never heard
escape
this.
in Africa? That must be
He
tough.
escaped in Africa.
Man,
What
well,
year were you born?
That's none of your fucking business.
Are you 30?
1977.
I just turned 30 this year. Got
Wow.
married.
No shit.
Bit
got
of a fossil.
married
You were born in what?
91.
I always thought you were joking when you said I'm 30. You know?
Dude, you're
I'm
fucking.
not kidding. I was like, I
Don't.
thought you were like 20.
Dude, you're fucking old.
Shut up.
You thought he was on the rodeo team, not the coach?
No, I knew it was good,
No, dead ass.
So, yeah, I'm 30 now. I got married, turned 30, and married 3 days later. It was a long wait for me. When I say long, I mean
Fantastic.
emotional.
She was like,
Yeah.
You know, I was born and raised on a ranch outside in Granite Station, California.
Where's that at?
It's outside the mountains outside Bakersfield.
No.
We lived out in like a homestead ranch that the family had. And everybody's like, you're Ethiopian or whatever, but we're like, I think I'm one of very few 7th generation families here in California.
That's dope.
wow,
On the other side, my other side is my dad's straight out of Ethiopia.
wow.
Oh, really?
Hmm And
Huh.
then he's actually back there now. He had me and my little brother, and then
What's up? What's up, Dylan?
after we were born, he went back, and then we just grew up on a ranch, and then trained horses and stuff our whole lives, and then college rodeoed, Feather River in California. I was gonna go to Texas after Feather River, and then I came here to Fresno State and just kind of been here. So now I coach there.
Now you in charge.
Now I'm in charge of
It's a broke
whatever
boy bet. I'm
my
good.
wife tells me I'm in charge
You
of.
want a card?
Yeah.
No.
So then we're moving on to Reed Neely.
Oh, we're moving on to me now.
Tell us about yourself, bud.
Tell us about it.
Okay, well, I was born and raised, here in the Central Valley, not far from Ming, here in Fresno. And I decided, well, I didn't really decide, my parents decided that it was time for me to go to Fresno. Got a cool bit of little sponsorship from a fellow family friend. And we went to Fresno State, and we had a pretty alright coach, and then he had some complications, and then we got the one we have now, and it was kind of, just medium. And so now I'm just kind of, in the middle of everything. The breakaway, there's a lot of breakaway rubbers, and they're really great, and you hear his eyes. And then there's the Bronc riding thing, which it's okay to him. And so yeah, we're here in Fresno, about an hour from Lefty and an hour from George Veeder. So that's a product of great bronc riding. And now an hour from Clayton.
Thank you.
So I love my life.
25
and
minutes for
everything.
me, bro. What?
Yeah, 25 minutes from a gas station,
Uber Eats driver?
yeah, Uber Eats driver. You got gas on you, and if you're able to get him to his next destination.
You like that one?
But yeah, just growing up in the Central Valley is great. Great culture, great scenery. We don't get as much rain as the rest of the country, but you can't beat the weather. We got the greatest bronc riders, young and old, an hour north and south of me.
Not true.
Oh, you kidding me? George Veeder.
Real quick.
Yeah.
And we're just talking about elaborations here. The word medium, what is that? What is
It
that?
means like someone that can talk to ghosts because of the country that they come from. Just how
Oh.
spiritual they are,
Really? Who do you talk to ghosts?
No,
No, he
no, it's just a,
earlier he referred to Uhuru as a
Medium.
coach.
A medium coach.
no. He's a great coach. Yeah, we love him
Ghost
as a
or coach?
But medium as like he can talk to spirits and he knows my past and
Are you serious?
my
Like,
ancestors. He
I-
gets the spices involved and the cards, tarot cards.
I've never talked to
dude, it sounds like
I
you
feel
know
like you-
more about this.
I feel like that was a pretty hard turn. We just took
Okay.
there.
Wow.
Well, some coaches, you just never know.
Sorry,
You're
Joe.
pretty
We
good.
got
Caleb.
it. I'm
I didn't know
gonna
there was
take
experience.
another.
You didn't know what now?
Hard for the boy. I didn't know you were.
I'm actually his smartest student, believe it or not.
We're a real skinwalker. Like a
Skinwalker.
That's what I said.
Dang.
That's what you're describing to me.
Now we're getting to Dougie's terms. Yeah.
Dougie Hall, that's my favorite Indian.
Oh man, Dougie Hall is a gem.
Yeah, shout out. To
I'm gonna
Dougie.
stay.
Shout out.
I say our
Dougie Hall.
next podcast, guys.
Call him
We
Dougie Hall.
gotta get
I'm
Dougie
We gotta get
Hall.
Dougie.
Stay.
Did I even
Dude.
bet? I didn't even think I bet.
We can call him.
I'm gonna stay.
Dougie
Damn.
Hall.
Gosh, dang it.
The boy. The
Okay,
man,
well,
the
this-
myth, the legend.
So the way the guys from Florida draw is not favoring the Central Valley one bit.
So Riggin,
What's
on
up,
you,
Joey?
man. Tell us about your rodeo career
Uh,
and where you started, where you been.
yeah, I've been
You-
here, there, and everywhere.
Well, that's non-descriptive.
But no, I'm from Winterset, Iowa, and I was born in Des Moines. It's like 30 minutes north. Boom, John Wayne. Boom, boom, boom. But yeah, hometown John Wayne. Went to high school there. High school rodeoed. I junior high rodeoed too. My parents took me everywhere.
Do you guys run cows or what?
No, we had horses and like bulls when I tried to ride bulls and like broncs and my parents did everything they could.
And who got you started in bronc riding?
Well, like my grandpa did it and like, dude, it's kind of weird to be honest with you. Like everybody, like we tried everything. Like I tried bareback riding, bronc riding, bull riding. I roped.
You're doing both pretty good.
That's not true. But, yeah, I tried everything. And, like, I liked riding bulls. I want one. I tried riding bulls. That didn't work.
Sound of the poker chips for you listening.
Um,
I already checked the sound. You guys are good.
I tried riding bulls. I want another one, please. Yeah, that's way too many.
Yeah, I like
Well,
that.
there's another guy from that state, isn't there? And he used to, or he still, does he still ride? I don't know.
Tegan Smith.
Okay, yeah.
So what about
Yeah, but
like
his
what,
uncle.
Well, okay, so, like, my family, everybody rode broncs. Like, everybody always tried everything. But, like, it always seemed like we always went back to the bronc riding. You know what I mean?
right?
So I went to high school or whatever, and then I decided to go to school at Clarendon. And the funny thing about it is the coach, Brett,
Right.
the coach, he didn't even know I was a senior. He thought I was a junior. He wasn't even recruiting me. He was just recruiting Tegan.
Too many you win.
Are you
So-
Tegan related?
Yeah, Tegan's my first cousin.
Oh, I
My dad and
You only
Tegan's
bet
dad are
3 on
brothers.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So he wasn't even recruiting me yet. He thought I was a junior. Obviously, probably how bad I was. But he just like seen us when we went to that Bronc riding school at the Atbauer in Panhandle.
Right.
They had that deal, and he seen us there, so I guess he thought that we wanted it. And we went to and looked at Fort Scott, and we looked at Panola, and then we went to Clarendon, and just like the way he talked was just different than everybody else. And like also like when we went to Panola, like Jeff Collins told us, he asked us, he said, "What do you guys want to do? Like, do you want to be bronc riders?" And we said, "Yeah." He said, "Okay, well then go to Clarendon."
That Brett, I mean, just being around him a little bit, I have been. That's a very knowledgeable guy, and he rode broncs. Freaking
Oh,
outstanding
he
when
rode
was there.
Bronx good. I can always say though, that guy never beat me one time. He didn't. No,
Brad didn't beat you?
not once.
Well, I guess you didn't compete against him.
Yeah, he did one time.
So you
Remember when we won the region? We made a bet with him. We said, "Brett, if we win the region, which our school had never done, if we win the region, you have to get on a Bronc." So he said, "All right."
Really
And
picked him out
man
as
of his
fire.
word, all of a sudden we catch fire. We can't lose. Me and Tegan won all 10 of the Bronc ridings. And we ended up winning.
If I was Brett, I'd have taken you guys off the team, off the points team.
Give me one. Give me one.
So, anyways,
I'm good.
Brett's bronc ride.
Yeah. So
I'm
He-
good too.
And how old is he? Probably 55 at this time?
No, Brett's not that old. He looks that old, that ass,
He's
but
not
he ain't.
55. Brett looks way older than
If
55.
he listens
You
to
know,
this, I'm sorry, Brett.
I think he's like, shoot, man. I bet he's 48. I think he's 50.
50.
50 on the dot. Yeah.
I think I'll be happy with that.
Well, you just commented. I'm only 38.
We won the region
Yeah,
or whatever, and somebody brought it up to him one day. They said, "Hey, you said that you were going to get on a Bronc if we won." He said, "Yeah, I did say that, didn't I?" And he's a man of his word. Went and got on, but before he got on,
I'm gonna need
you
to
know,
buy
he
more
thought he
chips.
was going to big dick me and T. So he walks up to us and he said, "Well, you guys want to do a jackpot?" We're like, "Yeah, we'll do a jackpot with you." He said, "All right, $100." We're like, "Okay." You know, we didn't hesitate. And he's like, well, I don't got $100. 50? We're like, "Yeah, 50's good." He's like, "All right, all I got is a 20. And we're like, "Okay, 20 it is." And we do that Bronc match. I end up winning it. Well, Tegan gives me the $20 right off the bat. Well, I knew my situation that I was in. So Brett went to hand me his $20. And I said, "Brett, nah, keep that. I'd rather you owe me the rest of your life."
So, well, how did his Bronc ride go, though?
Dude, it was good. Like, when he got on, like, Tegan was heading him out, and I was just, like, right there. And, you know, Brett was kind of, like, in all reality, he was dicking off in there. Like, he was moving this, that horse that he got on is, like, 23 years old. Like, he's older than dirt. He's older than me, probably. And he's, like, moving him around, trying to get him moved around. I was like, "Brett, quit dicking off. Like, nod." And Tegan's like, "What do you need, Brett?" Brett goes, "I need you to pull my stirrups up 2 holes." And we're like, yeah, like he knew it was way too long. And we're like, "Well, you're just going to have to go, dude." So, like, when he spurred him out, there was no pressure or anything in the bottom of his stirrups. So, like, he got a pretty good spur out, but then, like, you could tell, like, it took him a jump to, like, remember all of it, like, to remember, like, what it felt like and everything.
Right.
But, like, after that, like, first initial, like, shock, like, oh, like, we're really doing this again. Like, yeah, did it look like there were cinder blocks tied to his feet? Yeah, it did. Like, he had some slow feet, but he spurred at him the whole time. And it was cool. It was cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Uhuru, you tell us about the Bronc match. How'd it go for you? Probably pretty stressful. We had a lot going on, but I thought it was a pretty good turnout.
Well, before we get on to that, we're going to go ahead and talk about Lefty and his career, because we can't pass up Lefty. He'll be pissed.
Well, you want to know? I'll tell you everything I know.
Well, tell us from start to finish.
Your origin
What is it?
story.
What did the fans ask? They asked me.
What race are you is what we all want to know.
Yeah.
Are you
Couldn't
like
tell
He's like a Portuguese.
Are you Italian? Are you
Half
Cuban?
ninja.
I don't know whatever it is. It's
No.
right because
Got his
Not
ninjas
that
very
long, not
Seacrest.
athletic
Yeah,
ability
no.
to be a ninja.
Yeah,
there's not. Their whole family is like very good looking.
Yeah, thanks. I
That's
agree.
But like
Not
Lefty
true.
is definitely the ugliest one, hands down.
No
There's
doubt.
no doubt.
No doubt.
Yeah, how do you...
It's not what your mom told me.
That's actually exactly what she told you. I was there.
Yeah. She told me, she's like, you have very nice friends, but ugly friends.
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know if I'll be happy with that. I don't think I'll be too happy with that. But yeah, one might say I got pretty good genetics in my family. I come from a great family, rodeo people, great people.
Gonna say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, actually, what race are you?
so my family come from Spain.
So you're Spanish.
I'm Spaniard, yeah. So I'm a quarter Spaniard, is what I am. What I am.
Because I always wondered...
out, man. Come on.
On your
The dog.
That's a
But
bear
because I
dog,
always
by the way.
wondered because,
When you're out. Come on.
like,
Get out of there.
you say you're white,
Hurry, get out.
Yeah.
but Joey, you're not white.
Buddy, I just got good skin. Man.
We should
I
ask
tan good.
Pete. He wouldn't know the answer. We
No,
should probably ask-
I know what I am. I'm a quarter Spaniard.
So your dad, Pete.
He's half Spaniard.
Yeah, but
My
can
mom's
everybody
white.
agree on
My
this
mom's
one
all
thing?
white.
If you need anything, just call Pete.
Yeah. Yeah, honestly.
Pete will figure anything out.
He really will. That's very true.
He,
Like-
he
like-
texted me looking today for bullfighters for sellers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
So
you
what
you
is-
need a airplane? Call Pete.
I would.
Yeah.
if I
What's
had.
the other
You need a
half?
Diet Coke? Call Pete.
yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Very true.
What's the other half of his ethnicity?
Huh?
White,
He's half
probably?
Spaniard,
Half white.
Yeah.
Okay, so what is white though? That's
half-
like
like
70% of the.
No,
My
it's,
mom's like
it's-
Irish.
Irish.
Pete is half Spaniard, half KC, Wyoming.
Yeah.
White.
That is true.
What do you mean
so that's
white?
German Irish then, yeah.
Well, like me, you, and Sellers are like obviously like
Look at Mink's
different
arm.
ethnicities,
Yeah.
but we're all white.
Yeah, but that
I feel
that's
like white should
70% of the world.
Yeah, but
is
like
white.
it, like white should just be like a mush together. Like yeah, we're just white.
Well, it's, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know how to explain.
I'm Scottish, German,
So-
a little bit of Native American.
Lefty, tell them a little more about how your aunt won Miss Universe.
Oh wow.
Aunt Holly.
So, Lefty, tell me about
You're right.
how your aunt won Miss
You're
Universe.
super hot, eh?
Yeah. So, what year was it? Uhuru? It was 2001.
She's been winning in my book every year.
Yours
Yeah.
got the plaque on it.
Yeah. So my aunt Holly won Miss Universe. She was crowned Miss Universe, and I think it was 2002.
Yeah.
I think is what it
They
was.
didn't give her the crown, but she's been my universe since 2000. I gotta pee.
Even on that note, huh?
Oh, I gotta pee.
Do you want us to scoot this table in a little
Hey,
bit?
Riggin,
No,
you
no,
up?
you're good.
Is it me, Joe? Dude,
Yeah,
don't
I
take my
won.
Bitcoin, bro. Okay, where's all my chips?
You drew out of money.
No, but I didn't bet all my chips all my
Well, you
life.
slowly.
I don't know, man.
No, I really
I'm
didn't.
the one with the lowest amount of chips.
You guys just play
Did
I've
you
already
take my
bought back
chips?
into
You guys
it.
don't
No.
know what's going on?
That's a good
He
chip.
lost.
No,
that.
it's
I'm
like
out.
it's called Tuco. It's a different type of
It's called Stook. You got that.
Stook. It's called Stook. So if anyone doesn't know, any professional photographers out there want to mess with me, he's a professional boxer as well,
Oh,
and he's got a boxing ring in the backyard.
I'm good.
He knows how to mess a dude up. He may be a little chubby on the middle section, but he can box pretty damn well.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, bud. Well played.
Oh, got beat, huh?
I'm picking her back up, boys. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have any money.
I'm out, buddy.
You're out of money?
Yeah, I thought that was a brain card.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Hey Siri, call Pete. We need some more money.
Shut up.
Hey Siri, call Pete. We need another
Tell us
buy-in.
about the year, Lefty. I'm sure there's a lot of people curious.
Yeah, you had a pretty interesting
Tell us
year.
about the year, start to finish.
Yeah, kind of had a slow winter. You know, we fighting my head a little bit, fighting my saddle a little bit this winter, and finally got the ball rolling around Reno. You'd probably say.
Yeah, that's when you started actually riding good. Like like riding like yourself.
Yeah. So Reno, I got on a bit of a heater, won a bunch of money in 3 or 4 months. Got myself up to 12th in the world, and then Kennewick, Washington. I had a little silly get off, one might say, and landed with my left leg behind my right leg, twisted, and it tore my PCL and partially tore my LCL, which was an old injury, but it kind of messed that up again too. So
Do you have a video of that?
yeah, I'll have it pulled up.
I'm just curious. I didn't see how that happened.
Yeah. So I
Where was that at, you said?
Kennewick, Washington.
Yeah, I remember.
You want to know something super crazy about that?
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is wild. So like the year before in 20, I did the same thing. Just like almost identical injury to Lefty. Just blew out my knee. And after he got hurt, like a day or two later, I got a Facebook memory that I had posted that I had got hurt and that my year was done. And he got hurt on August 27th. I got hurt a year before that on August 27th.
Yeah.
Really?
Did the same injury.
Yeah, boys, don't enter anywhere on August 27th.
No.
You didn't warn him?
No, dude, well, shit, I didn't know.
Everybody know that.
Everybody know August 27th, you don't get on a ball.
I feel like I won a lot of money on August 27th.
Where were you?
I don't know, but I feel like it was a good day for me. Just looking back, very blurry here, but.
But that's I told Blaine, Wyatt, Casper. I told him you don't need to. He doesn't need to enter anywhere on August 27th.
It's a shit day.
It's just going down the line of us.
Yeah, it's a shit day.
Did you go to Kennewick, Rick?
Yeah, I got on.
How'd that go?
No good. Nothing I got on. No buck.
No bucket.
No
The horse
buck.
said no bucket.
He said no buck. I said K. Card,
You
please.
gotta bet me some money to get played.
What you got there, Joe?
Uhuru's
I
been
got it.
battling some
I got it.
leg injuries. Let's hear a little bit about that.
Blew out my knee in 2013. Fractured my femur
I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay too.
the next year. Never
Well,
got either one of them fixed.
What's
And
that?
it's been a downward
21,
spiral ever
23.
since. So, anybody listening to this that's young,
Oh, it's just
riding Broncs, just take the 6 months off or
12,
whatever it
that's
is,
19.
like Lefty's doing right now. Lefty had a shot to make the finals. and
Fair ace, it doesn't mean
he
nothing.
made the right
Oh,
choice
no,
to
yeah,
save
yeah.
the longevity of his career.
Yeah, it's for 19.
No, that's
So
12. Yeah, 19.
that's darn sure.
Yeah.
Darn sure.
Take,
So
take, take care of your shit.
Changed my life. Darn sure changed my life. So
Was it?
Take care of your shit.
blew out my knee in 2013, and then kept trying to rodeo, and it kind of sucked. It wasn't that bad, but it kind of sucked. And then I fractured my femur that next year, and I ended up. I didn't know. I thought I just tore my groin. And
Tried rodeoing on it.
tried rodeoing on it, and I actually didn't do that bad that year. And I'll take one. I'll stay there. And then it just went to hell in a handbasket. I just ended up being calcium buildup in my leg, and it was like a 13 centimeter calcium buildup. It was pushing on my femoral artery. And then Travis Kickbush actually did surgery. It was so close to my femoral artery that they had to have a vascular surgeon in there in case they nicked it. And they took out like a whole bunch of my thigh, or my, yeah, my thigh. And darn sure. So I was just saying, like, you have an injury like that, you know, you gotta make the business decision like Lefty did, even being that close to the finals. I was dumb enough, not even anywhere close to making the finals. Still trying to go.
I think we have all kind of fought knee problems at this table except Reed.
I think I just tore my MCL the other day.
You did?
Yeah, man.
At the Bronc match.
Really?
Give me one.
Let's hear about your knee deal, Clayton.
I had an ACL, MCL, I'm sorry, and in 2020 is midwinter, or not midwinter, it's kind of the start of the year in Fort Worth. Everything's been going great, riding real good, coming off a pretty good MSR. And I got on really good bull from Jack Simmons, I forget what bull it was. But he kind of had an off day, he hit his head on the gate and kind of ran off down the buck and shoot. And I rode him, jumped off on my feet like anybody would, and boom, there goes my knee, ACL, MCL. And I had the surgery like the next week, and I sat out for 6 months. But as soon as I went out, they started canceling rodeos.
COVID.
Yeah, COVID hit as soon as I went out, so I missed probably, I don't know, 15 big rodeos. And then by the time my knee was healed up, it was late July, and I had, however long that is, a month and a half, 2 months to win about 60,000. And I barely did it. It was the coolest thing. I had 2 rodeos left. I had Nephi Extreme Bulls finale, and I had Stephenville. last 2 rodeos of the season, I had to win 11,000 to make the NFR. I had to win 11,000 at those two, and I won like 14 and a half between Nephi and Stephenville.
Yeah,
So split in at like 15, 20.
What is that like getting on,
yeah, he did.
knowing that, like,
Yeah, he did.
I don't know, man. At that point, that's the weirdest thing for me. I don't know how to explain it, but that point in the year when I came back, I knew how much money was in Nephi, and I just knew I was gonna do it. I mean, there was no other way to put it.
Right.
Like I just knew, like I showed up to Nephi just knowing that I was gonna win enough money to make the final.
So no cares in the world, just walking
Well,
up there,
it
not
wasn't
even
that I didn't
thinking
have
about
any
it.
cares. Like I was very nervous, but I just knew the outcome was gonna be in my
Be good.
favor. Just
Did it work
maybe
you up a
that's-
little
maybe
bit? Getting warming your bull rope up, climbing down in there, knowing that it's a make or break type of
Well,
deal.
yeah, it was more in the short rounds when it really hit me, because in the short round of Nephi, because I had to stay on that short round bull to win Nephi. I ended up winning second, but I had to stay on the short round to place decent.
good?
Enough to make the NFR at least. But I had a really good bull. They called him Counting Cards from Flying U. He's just bucks, but he's a pretty nice bull. But that's when it hit me. It was like, holy shit, I gotta stay on this thing to make the NFR. And then I just kind of kicked it out of my head. I was like, oh, that's easy. I do this shit all the time. And that's what I did.
Didn't you step off and then what was it?
Yeah, then I
Bunch of-
stepped off and I was only like 84 points, but I knew I had 2 good scores and I knew I was gonna be first or second. So then I was like, there goes the NFR. But I also had to capitalize in Nephi because there were some guys behind me that could have, or I had to capitalize in Stephenville because there were some guys behind me that still could have won some between like San Bernardino. And
Right.
there were some guys that could have caught me if I didn't stay on in Stephenville. Because I still ended up like 15th or 14th. You know what I mean? Like, so then I went to Stephenville and had kind of a bucker, well, he's a good bull. But I had to stay on there to make it too, so I the same thing, just showed up.
Did you win Stephenville?
No, I think I placed high though, second or third. I think Bouquet won it that year and I was second.
That it's like all or nothing.
Yeah, it was all or nothing, but it was kind of one of them deals like, you know, you sink to your highest level of training, and I just knew I was going to stay on every one of those bulls that ran in because I'm Clayton Sellers, why wouldn't I stay on? You know what I mean?
Well,
I mean, that sounds arrogant, but it's the truth. Like, when they came in there, I was like, dude, I ride bulls like this every day. Like, this is not going to be a problem.
No, yeah, I feel that, like, wait, have you ever had somebody ask you, like, oh, if you got on Cool Alley now, you think you'd spur it?
Yeah.
Like, dude, I'd make that bitch stop
Yeah.
in my mind. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like somebody asked you, like, oh, did you think you were gonna win? Like, yeah, when I got on, yeah, I really did.
I'm going to stay, bro.
you just let whatever you guys, your muscle memory or whatever it is,
Yeah.
you gotta let
Now-
it take over.
I will say this, if that would have been 2018 Clayton, it would have been a different story because the same thing happened to me in 2018. I was in top 5 all year long.
Yeah,
Rode,
I remember that.
rode like myself, rode good all year long. And it got to, there's probably 2 months left in the season, and I wasn't top 5 anymore. I dropped down to like 8th or 9th or 10th or something stupid. It was kind of scary. But then I let that get to me like in around Dodge City time. I was like, oh man, I'm 10th in the world. Like
The heat of it.
yeah, I was like, there's a chance these guys could bump me out. And that was kind of, I didn't mean to, but I kind of thought about that a lot, you know? It's like, damn, there's a chance I might not make the NFR this year.
That was your first NFR?
And that would have been
Yeah.
my first one, yeah. And slowly but surely, that thought just kind of took root in my mind. That was like, that's what I thought about most, was how scared I wasn't going to make it. And it comes down to the last rodeo of the season, I'm like $1,000 out. I ended up like 16th or 17th. But it was completely my fault because I was scared and I told myself, you know, holy shit, these guys could actually bump me out of the NFR this year.
Trying not to lose.
And I wasn't riding to win, I was riding not to lose. That's a good way to
So
put
what
it.
did you take out of that though?
I took out of that, don't look underneath you.
Yeah.
Don't ever look underneath you. Keep your head down, do your job, and when the season's over, somebody's gonna tell you, hey, you made the NFR.
Right.
Like, don't. And of course, you're gonna be confident enough if you're top 3 going into September. You can look at the standings to see who you got to kill. But
Yeah.
you know, as far as the middle of the season goes, and you're trying to make your first NFR.
Are you a big standings looker guy? Because I know
Not
I
really,
am.
No, I'm not.
I am.
I'm not because it doesn't matter until it's over. You know?
Yeah.
And of course you like to see where you're at, but the announcer's gonna tell you where you're at. Everyone you talk to at the rodeo is gonna tell you, oh man, you're number 3 in the world right now. That's good. That's bad. You're gonna know where you are.
Yeah, you know where you are.
But it's a lot easier for me to keep my head down, knock these bulls out, and at the end of the year, someone's gonna tell me, hey man, good job.
Yeah.
You know, let them tell you won. It's easier for me.
But
We got to talk
Like-
about.
that's another thing that like you were talking about earlier. You saying
You took your money.
he took my money again, dude.
That's what I'm here for. Taking your money.
Give me one, please.
Yes, sir.
Another one, please.
You're a standings looker, aren't you, Riggin?
Another one, please. Man,
You mean?
18. Yeah, that's too many.
Oh,
Am I a standings looker?
23 or
To a point. Like, I'll look every once in a while. Like, I don't think, to be honest with you, like the stand, like where I'm at, bothers me, but like the people that are ahead of me bothers the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you go down through the list, and like deep down inside, you know that guy doesn't ride better than you,
There we go. Now I get
and he's above you. Like that's the stuff
Whoa.
that gets to me.
Yeah.
Without saying any names, who you talking about?
Man, I
What's up, team?
could
Well, I mean-
is that your dollar yet?
Yeah.
But it's true. Like, there's certain guys up there that you're saying, like, yeah, that guy rides amazing. Yeah, that guy rides amazing. But there's a couple of them always that deep down inside you're like,
What do you want?
He does not ride amazing.
he does not ride better than me. That was another thing that Brett taught me. He said,
Pot's getting big.
if you ever watch the NFR and you can pick 3 guys out that you ride better than, then you should be there too.
No, that's fair. I agree. I think that's kind of one of them deals you decide on your own.
Yeah.
Am I good enough to make the NFR or not? You know? For me, I had to tell myself I was for a long time.
Me
before
too, I
actually
never-
believed
Give me one, please.
I had to convince
That's a
myself.
great conversation right there.
it. I had to tell myself a
I'd love
lot
to
of
hear
times
you
before I actually believed it.
I would love to hear you guys' process and the level it takes to believe you that you could do that, right?
It takes a lot of.
Is that a self-realization deal,
Yeah, yeah.
or is that you just
Well,
fucking making
in-
yourself tell yourself
That was
every day?
that was back before I had ever made the NFR. So we'll go back to like my rookie year. My permit year is where we'll start. Up until that point, I had never won more than $10,000 riding bulls in my life. Like winning 10,000 was a big thing for me. I'll stay there. So the NFR was kind of a long shot for me going into my permit year. Then after my permit year, I went, you know, and I had learned some things from my college coach that could help my mental game, my bull riding. So I kind of used those things, and I just got to telling myself how good I was. And at first I didn't believe it. But then I started going to rodeos and I started winning some money. And then slowly but surely I started to believe how good I was telling myself I was. So my permit year, I jumped out there and I won the permit standings, and I won 45, 50,000 or so. Which at that point was huge.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Winning 50,000 riding bulls when I was 18, like I thought that was the coolest thing ever.
Did you win the permit deal?
Mm-hmm. And I won about 50,000, and I was like, you know, holy cow,
Had
I can actually do this. So then,
to do their phone?
Look at this sack.
coming into my rookie year, I was like, if I can win 50, I can win 100. You know what I mean? Do the same thing I just did twice, because I didn't rodeo for about half a season. So then I just set a goal. I was like, I'm gonna win 100,000, and every single day when I was at school, no matter what I was doing, I would just reclaim that $100,000 mark. Like I would, in class, I'd draw out like the standings, and I'd put myself at maybe 5 or 100,000 or whatever. And that was my goal. I replayed it into my head all the time: 100,000, 100,000, 100,000. And at the end of the year, I won 97, 98. Like I didn't exactly reach that goal, but I was damn close, which was crazy at that point in time. Like I never won $100,000 out of gold. Are you crazy? Like I was like, insane. I'm actually good at this. So the next year I was like, I'm gonna win 138,000 this year, and I won 136.
So, a funny story about Clayton. We went and we were, he called me, was this like last summer? And we went and helped,
I'm not playing.
I helped you move
You can.
some stuff out up there and up there.
Oh, yeah.
Just going against you.
So,
Yeah, that's a couple more.
I was tired or whatever, so Clayton picks me up and we go and I'm gonna go help him move some stuff. And it was like, he's driving and we're bullshitting there for a while and he's like talking about, you know, going to the finals and this year and what he's gonna do at the finals. And I was like, I said something, I was like, shit dude, you ride freaking badass. I was like, you just need to go out there and go win you one of them world titles. And he's like, hell yeah, man. Well, then I kind of like pass out and take a little snooze while he's driving. And then I wake up and he's still driving, dude. And he's just like, no radio on, just sitting there, just vibing, dude. And we're going like 90. And I'm like, we good? And he's like, dude, since you fell asleep, he's like, you told me I need to go win one of them world titles. He's like, I can't stop thinking about it. That's what I'm going to do, dude. I'm just going to go win me one of them world titles, dude.
When he said it in that perspective, like just one of them world titles, like it was just an object, you know? I can reach an object.
Yeah.
Like objects are easy.
Yeah.
So when I put it in that perspective, I was like, you know what, world title's not actually that hard.
No doubt in my mind.
Still a lot of work ahead of me, you know. If I go in there and kick ass like I want to, it's damn possible. That's what it is.
What about you, Lefty? I know you get pressure because I talk to you all the time.
Yeah, for sure. But I always, the NFR seemed really far away to me when I was coming up. You know, my rookie year, I didn't have a horrible year, but I knew I was capable for a lot more. You know, and I got hurt at the end of the season, broke my arm, and kind of took me out for the season. Well, luckily I had a Bronc rider, my idol, Bradley Harder. And he was kind of he's kind of my mentor.
Fuck you.
And
Dude, I'm your mentor.
Hey,
You
I
are.
also am his mentor.
Oh, and Nick.
Leduc.
That's your uncle, isn't it? Biologically?
whatever.
So, anyways, go on.
Yeah, so anyway, I had him. I remember we were driving, we were listening to Tom Knights, the country music singer, and I'm driving and he's in the passenger seat drinking beer. And I look over at him, I said, do you think I'm ever going to make the NFR? And this was when I had my broken arm. I was driving to the airport to fly home for the year, and he said, I honestly do believe if you're willing to put in the work, that you'll make the NFR next year. And that was last year. And I deep down I believed it, but at the same time it seemed far away. Like oh, I don't know if I'm actually gonna make it. You know, that thought just lingered in my mind a lot. But I put in the work, worked out a bunch, got in the gym, freaking did everything I possibly could, visualized, and it seemed like I woke up one morning and I was 10th in the world. Like, it just, I got the rolling so hard and so one-track mind, it seemed like literally snap of the fingers was the next year come Rodeo Houston, and I'm in the 8-man getting on for 50,000, and it just that felt like a Tuesday to me. And once I finally took a couple steps to look back, I had no proof to know if I was going to make the NFR. I knew I had a lot of talent, and I knew if I worked hard enough I could do it, but I never had proof. You know, there's no guarantees in rodeo. You know, there's a lot of mights. There's no guarantees. You could go get on a Bronc tomorrow and it could end your career. Like there's never going to be a guarantee in rodeo. I think that's one of the coolest things that once I achieved
19.
Once I achieved that first NFR, it's the best feeling in the world, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Getting on behind them yellow chutes is, I can't even explain it.
It's pretty wreck, man.
Me neither.
One of my favorites. experiences, no doubt.
One of my favorite rodeos.
One of my favorite rodeos, that's for sure. It's funny how you said you started to notice things like that when like midway through
Yes.
my rookie year, and even though I didn't make the NFR my rookie year, it felt like I did.
Same.
Because I was in the top 4 or 5 with the top guys the entire season. Like I knew it was a mental mistake that I didn't make it. You know what I mean? So it felt like I made it. So halfway through that season, or like in the middle of the winter, I don't even remember who this guy was. He's a guy you don't see very often, but we were leaving Fort Worth, and he's like, we're talking about whatever, and he said, "Man, you ride really good. I can't wait to watch you at the NFR this year." And I was like, "Did he just say he's gonna watch me at the NFR? Like, I must be that good. You man must be good enough to go."
Mm-hmm.
And shoot.
See, I was the same way. A random stranger could come up to me and say, someone off the streets, for all I can, say, "You're going to make the NFR," or "Can't wait," the same thing, "Can't wait to watch you at the NFR," or so on and so forth. And it lit a fire in me. I didn't care who this person was. I didn't care if it was a kid that could barely talk, that didn't know anything about the sport. But I would use that and convince myself that I was going to make the NFR, because when you walk behind the chutes knowing you're the best bronc rider back there, I'm a strong believer, and it really does. It really does.
If you don't show up, like what I read this in a book once, and I know it's true because I still experience this today. Is your self-image and your performance always equal, always dead equal. If you show up there and you think you're the best, it's rodeo. Things can happen. Some days you might not be the best, but if you show up to 10 rodeos knowing you're the best, you're probably gonna be the best at least 8 of them.
Yeah.
So
You
you
know what I
can do
mean?
that till you show your cards.
What'd you
No.
say?
We can bet till we show our cards.
Mhm.
Okay, well, I'm
But if
gonna-
you show up thinking I'm scared, I don't know if I want to get on the shorts, you're probably gonna fall off. You might even
Yeah. Another thing that's kind of cool to touch base on is read a book Neely over here. How me and him, Reed's been one of my closest friends forever. We team roped in high school together, and practiced together all through high school, everything.
Kissed twice.
Twice.
How do you know about that?
Terrible.
This guy's
And,
like a
the
The
candle.
second one was just to make sure the first one felt the same.
Yeah. Lefty had to make sure he wasn't gay. I'm saying?
Still not sure.
No.
Shut up.
No, I don't think
No,
so.
he proposed to Haley. He was like, "Fuck it." Like,
I got pressure
I
from
have
everyone
no
back
choice
home.
but to be straight now.
Yeah, she lives in Hawaii. At least I can come to the island.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah, no, yeah. If I stay out here long enough, I'll become a local, and then
He wears. I heard he wears
I'm
a
good.
collared shirt for each kiss he's had with a guy. And he's got 2 on right now. So
You got one.
yeah. Well,
So go on.
that was my first and last.
everybody got one.
My
But
first and last. Everyone's got to try it at least
Go on
once.
with
You
your
know?
story. I got
Don't knock
19.
it till you try it.
yeah, but it doesn't look like he found his shirt on the set of Finding Nemo.
Doesn't yours either. I mean,
No,
look
you
like
got
an
like
octopus.
floral stuff.
Yeah, but your mom
Like
said
there
it
might
was
be an
you
sweet.
lost.
octopus in
You
that.
You lost, buddy.
Your mom loves it.
You lost. You tied.
Sad news, friend. You
19. Anyways, Lefty, go on with your story
Anyway.
about Reed.
But it's pretty cool to see. So Reed has 2 goals that a lot of people don't reach, and he's pretty set on reaching both these, and it's pretty unreal. He wants to be, what is it? Make the NFR and be a SEAL Team 6.
Yeah.
You want to do what?
That'd be fucking sweet. SEAL Team 6. I was just thinking SEAL, but might as well
Well,
be the top
a
of the
SEAL,
top.
a Navy SEAL, which is
That's the difference between making an NFL.
unreal, and
being a
I
world
guarantee, if anyone could do it, it's Reed Neely right here.
That'd be pretty sweet.
It'd be really sweet.
Yeah, that would be an NFR and a SEAL team. Oh, what happened over there, Ming? We lost power.
Yeah, we lost.
Perfect time. I gotta piss.
champion. Back on.
We're back on. Sorry, I'm mining some crypto right now.
Mining bitcoins?
Yeah, Shiba
How much you got?
Just Shiba Inu. I'm just mining Shiba Inu in the background.
You doing what?
Mining Shiba Inu.
What's that?
Shiba Inu. How much you got?
We'll find out. Let me see. It's gonna pull up right now. It's big.
Unmineable.
I got 400,000 should be in mine.
How much does that equal to?
That's
Yeah.
probably like $10.
Huh.
Damn, that sounds pretty impressive.
Dude,
You
that's
should
better
have told
than
us that. You should have told us you could buy like 7 more of them gold coins.
Mm-hmm.
We believed you. Who's dealer now?
Uhuru, I got a question for you.
What? Shoot.
Why'd you want to be a coach?
Man,
I remember you was answering that, the pay.
what's that?
The pay.
Yeah, the pay.
I asked you that a while back. When you said the pay.
Man, I've thought about doing that. Like seriously.
Man.
Like
man,
I don't ever want to be like a head coach, just like an assistant coach.
This
being-
weekend, clean the college.
Being a coach is badass, but sometimes I do, like, it does wear me out because I didn't really have the opportunity that most kids have in the college rodeo deal. And
You
I
didn't?
try to give them that opportunity, and it wears me out when they don't take advantage of it. You know, like Reed, I don't like Reed. I don't have to look back on Reed. If we practice, he's gonna be on the spurboard again that night, the next morning, and 3 times that next day.
Yeah.
But and I had a feeling that everybody was gonna be like that, and I was wrong. But you know, you have 10% of the kids that are, and I'm darn sure it's worth it.
Focus on them more.
Yeah, I mean, I try to give everybody the visualization
I'll take
of like success, you know, and I think not even just success in the arena, but like any kind of, you know, small battle, and then because some kids go through life entirely and they won't succeed, you know, anything. They just kind of go, they're in the middle of their class, they're in the middle of recess, they're in the middle of, you know, all of growing
Everything.
up, and they're just in the middle, and then they just go in the middle of whatever they do, and I don't know, just showing them little wins, little battles, I think changes everything. And I like that's a big win for me, because not everybody's gonna be into it as much as you guys are, or like Reed is in particular on my team. So
100% true.
but so when you ask why I wanted to be a coach, realistically, I mean, I'm not gonna lie about it, I thought everybody was a little more like me than I thought, or like, you know, like kind of we are, you know, like you, but the fact is, you don't go to a rodeo team and everybody has a dream of being a world champion.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. And like,
Which I never. That never. My coach said the same thing. He said some people in here, they just want a college rodeo.
right,
Never made sense to me.
right. Well, and it's like, and it's sad, like seeing some kids, and I'm
The
not
most
saying,
talented ones.
oh, very talented, and it's like they just go to college. It's not even just like the rodeo thing. They just go to college rodeo college to rodeo because they did high school rodeo last year, so I don't know what the fuck else I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna college rodeo. And it's like they don't go there to win. They don't go there to do well in school and get a degree or whatever. It's like pick one, you know. Don't waste your parents' money, my time, our program's money.
Right.
You know, go fucking win at something. And like, I try to make the small battles and, you know, them getting, because, you know, when you get the taste of blood, you want more and more and more.
Yeah.
And it might not be in the arena for a lot of them, but I have figured that out, that some of them do want to, everybody wants to win at something. Everybody wants to taste blood.
Everybody wants it.
But a lot of kids, even at 19, 20 years old, have never tasted anything like that. And they've never known to bite, you know?
Yeah.
So you got to teach them, even if it's not in the arena, you teach them how to bite a little bit in life, and it will change them. And that's darn sure what I
That's a good way to say it.
Yeah, that is true.
I'll take it forward.
take.
Ming, I'm very curious. You got a mic over there?
What's that?
No, but I think that you could hear me.
Oh, I'm very curious to hear your story, your come up, your
That's for another
family.
day. Don't worry, that's for another day.
That's for episode 17.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
episode
Yeah,
72.
that's when we get deep down inside.
It's gonna take us a while to get to his story.
But I will comment on what Uhuru says. I'm a teacher too, and every time I give a kid a camera, I'm like, this is gonna be the next meeting, right? And the first day they make it look like it's gonna do it, and as a teacher, you just pour everything in there because you're just like, yeah, this kid's ready. and then you realize that as a teacher, what I've learned is you have to meet them at where they're at. You can't bring them to an NFR level in one day. You have to understand they have to go through the rookie year too.
Yeah.
And in the beginning, it was frustrating for me because I'm like, how come you don't see it the way I see it? Like what you said, how come you're not going all in? You're gonna go home and play games, really? You're not gonna die for this, you know? So I've learned you wait till you see that one that really wants to do it, and the ones that really want to do are the ones you don't want to teach it to, because they're gonna bug the crap out of you.
Like when I was in college, I rode bulls growing up, and just rode colts and stuff, and I wanted to start riding Broncs, and a buddy of mine that helped me out a lot growing up. He was friends with my coach Jesse Segura at Feather River, and he was like national coach of the year once or twice. He won the all around a couple times at the college finals when he was in college. And he was a great bronc rider, but he broke his back pretty early, and then he kind of hung it up. But when I was up there, I just wanted to ride broncs, and I was just, I'd been around colts, and so I knew horses, and I rode horses my whole life, and I'd ridden bulls, so I knew when you know your face, it's happening right now, so I didn't have to go through that deal, but I was green to the bronc riding deal, and I'd get on 12 a week. I mean, I probably averaged 12 a week my first 2 years in college, and I would go, some kids didn't want to practice, and I'd be the only one. It was like snowing or whatever up there. I'd gather all the broncs by myself, so I'll pick up horses, do whatever, everything. And he saw that in me, and there was no, like, watching him when he first started, Lefty, because, old Dad put him on his first one.
He did. That's the truth.
And
You did.
Yeah, he was there my very first one ever. I didn't even know how to. He taught me how to saddle a horse.
That's the 5-inch brim cowboy hat days. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the we shove it in a mailbox now. This is what we got days.
yeah, but
Yeah.
he got on 3 of them, and it was just talent. It was talent right there, and I didn't have that. Like I would say, I was darn sure probably better talented at staying on bulls than I was riding broncs ever, and but my old coach, he'd just stay with me, and like I'd be out there on the bucking machine by myself, and he'd just stay with me, help me, and it wasn't because darn sure wasn't the most talented kid on the team, but I just wanted it more. And then and back then our region was pretty tough back in my early years in the bronc riding. I went from not doing anything in college. He helped me, a lot. So he, I thought it was gonna be a lot more of that, but yeah, you see those kids that really want it, and it's not all of them. It's darn sure not all of them. So.
Do you feel like you want it to be every one of them?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, all of them, and some of them are so freaking talented, and you're just like, man, if you had that much try. If you had that much try.
Yeah, I mean, like, I bet everybody that like went to college for a couple years can say like when I went to college, when I got there, I was probably maybe the worst bronc rider there, and there was 10 of us. When I got there, I was probably the worst one. And then like a year later of like coaching and like actually like working at it, you're like way better than everybody else that's there now. That like people that want it are just always gonna come out ahead.
Yeah, people. What's that saying? Time and I'd take what is it?
Yeah,
I take a bucket loaded.
There's them green pastures.
I've been patiently waiting for this track to unload on.
50 cents.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know what they're talking
A
about.
lot better than
No,
what you had rolling.
Time and I'd rather take heart and try rather than talent or something. I don't know. I could care less.
Yeah,
Oh no, yeah, no.
What's that?
Hard work beats talent when
Yeah.
talent doesn't work hard.
Exactly, that's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pull it up on the
Pretty sure
screen.
my little league football coach told me that.
Hey,
That's
but it's
true.
true. It's like
It is true.
it is true. Like like there was, well, Lefty. There was probably kids that, like, you remember those just like phenoms when you were in high school. That like I remember like when I was at high school finals, at the Bronc
for
riding and stuff
sure.
like that. Kids that were younger than me
Yeah.
that outrode me by
Yeah. And
10
you never
years.
see him again.
And like
That's
it's
a
just
lot.
like sometimes I almost feel like everybody left are the people that sucked that just wouldn't give up.
Me and Dawson, actually, I'm glad you brought that up, because me and Dawson and, was it Clayton? Were you the other one that never made the high school finals?
No, I made the high school finals.
But never made the short round.
Yeah, no, I made the short round one time.
Oh,
Ew,
must
I
not have
sucked.
been, it
though,
must not have
nonetheless.
been you. But there was
I
somebody,
never made the short round in the bareback ride.
But like Dawson, he never even made the high school finals, and now look at him.
Yeah.
One of the best Bronc riders in the world. Like I never made the short round at the high school finals. I did a different
But then
events.
you
but
went to
never.
Cheyenne the next week and won that in the.
I won like third, and I barely.
Oh.
I like was like 50 points and 60. Like I was.
Oh, in the
dust.
rookie Bronc
Yeah, it
round?
was dust. But I stayed on. I could always stay on, but I had trouble at times.
Yeah, see, so you were a lot like Tegan, because Tegan could stay on everything in the Bronc riding. Like, he could ride a dragon. Dude, I couldn't. It took me, and I bet everybody here is going to believe this. The end of my junior year is when I made the whistle for the first time.
I don't believe you. I'm just.
I always had a staying on problem too.
I don't really believe you either, because I made the whistle in the Bronc ride when I was like a freshman in high school.
Really? I couldn't do it. Like,
But those guys that it came so easy for, like, you see those guys and it's like, it's almost too bad for them because you're like, man, your success came so easy for you, you know, and
like
you
they
just
didn't have
think
to
it's like,
work.
you just, I show up at the rodeo, I win first or whatever. Then you go into college, it changes a little bit, and then you go to pro rodeos and it's like
Whole nother game.
whole nother game, and you're like, you know, burns them out. It's like, what the fuck? This used to be I just showed up with a nice
I
hat, and they used to pay me, you know. And now I don't like this anymore. You know, you see that happen to people all the time.
Yeah.
But that's why, like, talking about, like, the levels of things, like, I've thought about this a lot, and, like, dude, that's why I think college is such a good thing. Because, like, when you go to college, at most, okay, it's like, we'll take the region that me and Clayton were in. Like, when I was a freshman, and the bareback riding was Leighton Green, or Leighton Berry, not Leighton Green. Leighton Berry. Who else was in there?
Hibbler, Tyler Burgess.
Yep. Tyler Burgess, Zach Hibbler.
Cody Lamb.
Cody Lamb.
But Cody Lamb won it, didn't he?
Yeah, he won.
Yeah,
He
he
won.
won
He won it
national
every
title.
year we were there.
No, because Tyler Burgess won it.
Did he win? He
Yeah.
won the college final. Did he win the region?
Yeah, he won the region.
Burgess did.
Not that year, but the next year he won the region. Yeah. But like two of them guys have now made the NFR. You go to the Bronc riding, it was Brody Kress who was winning the
Brody
average at the NFR
Brody
every
was
year.
annihilating shit in college, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was,
Like, and then it
Oh,
was
God.
Tegan, my cousin, who's just made his first NFR this year.
Congrats to him, man. That's
Yeah,
I'm
super
really,
cool.
I'm really happy for him, man.
Yeah. And me, which sucked, but then there was like Ross Griffin, who rides super good.
Blaze Freeman rode real good.
Blaze
too.
Freeman rode real good. And then in the bull riding, it was Colton Fritzlin.
Colton
Du-
didn't come till after I left. Maybe you left too already. Or you still there when Colton
I was,
left?
yeah. Well, I thought, but then it was like you, Dalton Castle.
Yeah.
He was there
Me,
too.
Castle.
That kid rides good.
Oh man.
Yeah.
But like when you're just surrounded, like that's why I think like going to college at the right place
Oh, it's
and
gonna
like the
change
right
everything.
atmosphere.
It's gonna change everything, especially for a young guy. Like for prime example, today, me and Lefty went and played a nice golf course in Visalia at the country club.
You
Pretty-
took him in the fucking country club?
It's a high class golf course, but you were surrounded by a bunch of good golfers, and we played really good today. Like we didn't have a choice. You know what I mean? We had to play.
Yeah.
Good. We had to play good to not
Yeah.
be
Not be
to
those-
not be the retards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we
If
did.
you guys want to see how good we played, view my Instagram story. It's
Well,
up.
that was one hole.
That was a grow up.
And you know what I'm saying though?
Yeah,
No.
I feel you.
Yeah, but when I got to college, I sucked bad. But everybody on my college rodeo team was talking about the pro rodeos they'd been to, or talking about the NFR, this and that, and just being around all that, you know, all that pro level talk. I was like, shit, I'm gonna have to be a pro. So I got in my notebook. I was like, I'm gonna be a world champion in 2021, 22. And this was in like 17. I'm writing this shit down, and here we are, 2021, about to go do it again.
Yeah, how about that with those kids, huh? They got a chance to do that, right?
Hey, there's a couple of kids there that last school that I wouldn't be surprised. And like Clayton's saying right now, just that last match when you and Sellers and Lefty were announcing it for those kids picked it up. I mean, they were like
they
game
did.
time.
It was game time.
Like
You put a
Clint
little-
Willoughby, how good did he ride that last
That
round?
was awesome.
Yeah,
That was
that was
awesome.
perfect for him.
It
They got
was.
the real deal experience.
You put a little music behind there, a little energy in the air, put a little money up. Them kids turn into a whole nother breed, and it's music to my ears to see them light up, because we do it as pros too, like at the NFR, everywhere, you know.
Or you got to understand that, like, at that age, you still thrive off competition, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
You know?
No doubt.
For
And,
sure.
Like, you know, it takes a level of maturity to put competition away and then really just focus on being your best and let competition be where it is. Well, I mean, be in its natural element, which is, you know, it's out of your control.
Let the judges hang
Yeah, and not worry, not put your energy and focus. But they at their age, they're thinking, yeah, I gotta beat the next guy.
Yeah,
I gotta prove myself. And there's good in that too.
Absolutely.
You know, there's good in that too.
another cool thing I kind of picked up is, so for everybody listening, we matched up two kids that were dead even on dead even horses. So it was a pretty sweet competition we had going. And part of the reason I wanted to do that is to see how them kids reacted to a little bit of competition, and against the most advanced kids were on eliminator horses, the strongest horses we have. And I was going through there watching them, and none of those kids riding against the other Bronc rider, none of them watched their component. Not a single one. They were dialed in, pulling their saddles. I watched every single one of them, and none of them even looked up. And I thought that was pretty cool, just because I'm sure Clayton does it too. I never watch a single Bronc ride. I don't care. At Dodge City, I found out after the rodeo I had to be 83 points to win the whole deal. I had no idea that. I was 86 and a half, but I thought I was going to go out there and make the best Bronc ride. There should be no safety net ever in your mind. It doesn't matter if it's for $1 million or $10. Like, I know Clayton has no safety in his handbook. There's no safety ever. Same with all these guys sitting
Yeah,
here.
no, man. Well, that was one of the things I learned early on, was like when I would get to rodeos and I would think, you know, try to be safe, you know, make the right decision, like, oh, I just have to do this, or I just have to, you know, I threw that away, because I learned that I do a lot better when I show up and just be the absolute best I can be, no matter the circumstances, no matter how much money, what bull, whatever. And that's how I went about it,
Yeah.
no sense.
Mindset is everything in this game, boys.
It's everything.
It's everything now, everybody know that.
Also, let's talk about all the wild stories on the road, guys.
Ooh, there was just one time.
I think we should save that for episode 2.
Oh, you want to transition into that?
Well, what are we gonna talk about this
Tease
episode?
it.
Dude, I mean,
Well,
This is college rodeo. This episode is entitled College Rodeo or High School Rodeo or something.
Well, we'll just call it.
Or my shirt, because that's all.
let's transition into a new episode.
Break it. Yeah. Okay, you guys want to do that?
Oh,
Yeah.
we're gonna do 2
Now that we
episodes
kinda-
tonight?
We kind of